Alright. Today, I have a yummy story for you. Like, this story is so fucking crazy. So basically, there's this senior in my school who's been having a relationship with a freshman, right? So this freshman girl, she sent out a text message to various people. And here's the story, alright? Here's this yummy story. This is the first take of me reading it, so I may stutter or some shit like that, but let's get on with this story.
I'm a freshman. I play field hockey and I have an average everyday life. I started out the school year with a boyfriend that I had been dating since February of 8th grade. We live within a few blocks of each other and obviously we grew up together. This year he ended up going to a different school since we have a lot of high school options. I have to go to the town school while he goes to the school for our county. In the beginning of the year, we didn't see each other much because he played soccer and I played field hockey. It was difficult to see each other with sports 6 out of the 7 days of the week, and on top of that, we had a lot of homework. Then there was Will, a senior. He made fun of me in the halls. He'd point at me and say,
"Hey, you're that kid who called my best friend ugly."
You know, just small teasing. I had no clue who he was. We eventually became friends and we exchanged numbers. We started talking a lot. We would FaceTime each other every night, and he eventually confessed that he liked me. And I liked him too. He drove me to and from school every day. He took me to our school's football games every Friday. He'd kiss me, hold my hands, etc. Mind you, I still had a boyfriend. My boyfriend and I fought a lot, and I was so miserable. Will knew my boyfriend and I were fighting. He took me home after his last soccer game. We were supposed to hang out after that, but he was so upset they lost that he took me home. He parked in his parking lot and told me that either I have to end it between my boyfriend or he, Will. I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend, and a lot of drama happened. I hung out with Will all of the time. After school on the weekends, he ended up asking me out the same day he asked me to homecoming. We started dating and I was actually pretty happy. I was actually convinced that he cared. Although, he started touching me and stuff pretty quickly. I was too happy to realize it was wrong what he was doing and that he was using me. 2 weeks after homecoming, he called me at 9. He said that he didn't know if we could date each other anymore. That I don't love him. That he doesn't love me. And he was concerned about the age gap. He said he needed a mature relationship. We stopped talking that weekend until we FaceTimed each other on Sunday. A few days after we got back together, we were doing our annual FaceTime at night when he said his best friend suggested that we had sex. I was so shaken up, but everything remained the same. I honestly wanted us to wait for us to date a while longer before we did anything like that. I didn't want to regret it. After the last day of Christmas break, we went to his house. Of course we were alone. And because of this, his parents were at work and his brother didn't get out of school for a while. Things got uncomfortable and he asked if we can have sex.
Really, nigga?
I was really scared at first. I said no, but then he said,
"Oh baby, we can try it for a little if you want. We can stop if you don't like it."
Being the gullible person I am, I agreed. We were about to do it, but, well, there was a problem. A really big problem. He couldn't get hard enough.
Oh shit, every time I read that shit, I'm like, what the fuck, you couldn't get hard? Alright, let's get back to the story, I'm sorry.
So we didn't do it, and my God, am I so thankful we didn't. My friends told me the reason that this happened is because he really wasn't attracted to me, and that he was using me. I was too blind to see it. He came over Christmas Eve, bought my parents, even my 7-year-old brother, presents. 4 days after, he called me and broke up with me. He said he wanted to spare my feelings because he knew we'd break up when he left for college. I guess I understood. I was pretty much upset though. A few weeks later, he asked to hang out at like 8. My parents are pretty strict, but they liked him, so they let me stay out until 9:30 p.m. We drove around in his car and talked. He parked in an empty parking lot. He kissed me and started touching me. I was so confused. We weren't dating. The next night, he asked me to go to Starbucks with him. That was our thing. I told him we were supposed to be giving each other space until he said,
I thought we were doing this friends with benefits thing.
which I didn't agree to at all. Like 2 weeks ago, he drove me home from Interact, a club that he ran at school, and we went to Starbucks. We started talking. He said we could date again as long as I was okay with it ending. I was fully convinced we'd date again. He continued to lead me on. A few days later, we were texting each other, and he said,
I still kind of want to take your virginity.
Well, that's pretty much the end of this video. Don't worry, there may be a part 2 coming out later on this week. However, I have to go get my mic fixed. There's a problem with it. And yeah, I want to get the best content I can get to you guys. If you like this video, leave a like, comment below. Tell me what else you want to see, if you want to see stories, if you want to see rant videos, whatever. Well, bye guys, and I hope to see you around.
he couldn't get hard.
Couldn't get hard. Alright. Let's get it.